This is Greg Strange at the Institute of Directors, and with me is the IOD Director General, Miles Templeman. Miles, boardroom behaviour, boardroom compliance, very much in the news. It's been in the news, let's face it, for most of the last year, but a number of reports and findings that are about to be published. You've had some particular views on what directors should be doing and how they should behave. What is the way for 2010 and beyond?
Well, the failure of boardrooms last year in the financial sector made us all think about our corporate governance code. What's wrong with it? How can it be better? Is there a lot wrong with it, or it just needs some improvement? And is it mainly down to behaviour? And our general view is behaviour is the key. So how are we going to get boards to act better, improve corporate governance? And there's several ways we've recommended. Firstly, non-executives have got to be more professional. They can't just be independent. That's not enough anymore. They need more knowledge of the business they're involved in, particularly in complex businesses like finance. And they need more expertise to carry out their job of challenging the executive.
Now that's quite hard, isn't it? Because they're, by nature of the beast, non-execs probably work elsewhere. They've got the work cut out already.
They have, but one of the other things we think they should do is not have as many positions. We think there should be a maximum of 3 positions for FTSE non-executive directors. Otherwise, they haven't got sufficient time to do the job properly and develop the expertise we're talking about.
Is there a basic qualification that these people should have? Because it seems that in many cases in the past, it's almost somebody they knew from elsewhere, and a bit of the old chums act, a bit of the old boys club, if you like.
You're right, and that is a problem. We need more professional. We have the Chartered Director qualification, and we think that's a perfect example of the kind of qualification and professional qualification that all non-executives should have. So that's one thing we're working on. Second thing, board evaluation. We think annually the process that goes on in the boardroom should be evaluated by an independent consultant with a clear sense of how am I going to make this more transparent to shareholders? How am I going to show shareholders that the board is acting in a way that they'd be happy with, particularly on this question of non-executive challenge?
So that's bringing in someone, if you like, to guard the guards for the benefit of the shareholders, because shareholders have been very uncomfortable of late.
They have indeed, and one of the other things we think they should be is more vociferous. We think shareholders should almost have a code of behaviour themselves. They won't follow it rigidly, but it would encourage them to be more challenging of the boardroom, the opportunities of the AGM and so on. And lastly, we think there should be more transparency about risk. The biggest problem in the banks was that risk was much greater than anyone realised at the board level and therefore at the shareholder level. We need a way of exposing that to the shareholders.